Okay, the fight at last. I discussed my strategy in the last episode, and now we're going to execute that strategy. So here we go. He's going to cloak up right away. That prevents our weapons from charging. It looks like he's hacking our clone bay. That's not, or rather, our teleporter. That's really not good news for us, because that is our entire strategy. Okay, some things to think about now. Um, if in the event, kind of like this one, where they hack a system that's absolutely vital to your strategy, you can always wait for your FTL drive to charge up and then jump out of the sector and jump back. In this case, I think I can do all right. I'll just wait for the hack to end, which actually looks like it's already done. So I can teleport my guy over here because really, this hack is not going to do anything else. It's not going to harm the rest of my strategy. So I'm just going to roll with it here. So teleporting over. Okay, also in this phase, I didn't mention there's no power attack on the first phase. So you don't have to save your cloak back for anything. What I'm going to wait for is when he fires these missiles, that is when I'm going to cloak up. Those missiles will do the most damage to me and definitely ruin my day. And he's fired them, so I cloak, and they miss. Now, hopefully, I will destroy them before he's able to fire it again. We'll find out here. Ah, um, I spontaneously teleported back. Why did I do that? It's because he hacked my teleporter again. So we're going to switch to plan B and actually use some conventional weapons and hopefully take out this missile launcher before he shoots again. Which didn't happen. So I'm gonna take some damage here. And it's nope, actually, okay, my cloak is back. So lucky me, cloak up. Okay, I was able to take out his shields. Not do any damage, but hey, I got my beam weapon here. So I'm gonna actually target here. See how many rooms I can hit. Not very many. Looks like I'm only gonna hit 3 rooms, uh, of which they'll probably repair some. Just primarily concerned with hopefully it does enough damage to take out this missile launcher. Let's find out. Does enough. We're good. Okay. So I'm going to wait for my transporter to come back. Okay, he's cloaking up. I gotta wait for him to decloak. And then I'm going to beam over. I'm going to beam over to his ion next. Okay, I've got my teleporter back. Beam over to the ions. While that's happening, I'm going to try to take out his beam weapon with my flak cannons. Drawback here is there's still a crew member, so if I do take it out, the crew member will still be able to repair it. But I'm still doing some damage, so it's not completely useless. Just gonna kind of go down here and hit these rooms and maximize my damage. With boarding party strategies, you also want to make sure you don't accidentally destroy the ship while you're still on board. Because that would mean you would lose your crew members, even if you have a clone bay. Well, if it's destroyed, rather, you lose your crew member. Don't lose your crew member. They will come back in the clone bay. But if it jumps away, you lose your crew member. Okay, it looks like he squeaked some damage through, so I'm gonna have to repair my cloak and use my flak here. Hopefully take out this last weapon. And also use my halberd beam once again. Actually, I'm gonna make sure that thing dies here. I want to make sure I don't do too much damage. The reason being is, well, this is kind of the easy level. If I killed it right now, there'd still be a crap ton of crew that would carry over to the next phase. I'd rather avoid that. Also still need to take out these weapons. Okay, so just gonna wait for my transporter to cool down. I've got that weapon taken care of. Still have the beam weapon. Okay, I've got transporters back. I have to wait for him to decloak. He's decloaked, and he's got me again here. So I'll have to wait for it to cool off. Have to wait for the hack to end. Okay. Now, as long as I can kill the crew member before he hacks me again, should be all set. Once I've taken out this beam, then he cannot possibly hurt me. And I can take my time trying to take out the rest of his crew. That will only happen if I can take out his med bay before actually destroying his ship. And he hacked me again, so I'm going to have to wait for the next cycle. That cloak can be annoying. Ah. Alright, well, I'm afraid I'm not going to be able to use boarding to take out the rest of this crew. So I'm just going to go ahead and concentrate on killing him now. And we'll hopefully be able to take out his crew in the second phase. Well, that didn't go well. Alright, this is going to take out phase 1. Boom. I only took 1 hull damage. Okay, got a little bit of scrap for that. That's enough to upgrade my teleporter. I'm going to do that. That'll give me a little bit better of a cooldown period. Okay, he's going to jump over to the base. I'm going to go ahead and follow him and discuss our strategy for stage 2. Okay, here we are, stage 2. Stage 2, things get a little bit more interesting. This whole section is ripped off so he can no longer cloak, and he no longer has the ion weapon. But he still has the laser, he still has the missiles, which are now repaired, and the beam weapon. Like before, we have to take out those missiles first. After that, we're relatively safe. What I'm also going to try to do in this sector is to take out more of the crew, if I possibly can get that med bay taken out. If I had hacking, that would be a good thing to hack. But since I don't, I'm just going to have to hope for the best, or just defeat it with conventional means. Also in this round, he's going to have a shit ton of drones that are going to whittle away at your shields. As long as you can take out his missile launcher, his beam weapon, you should be able to tank the damage from his drones with your shields. And last, but definitely not the least, he has a super weapon in this, which is a drone swarm. When that happens, you'll hear a warning beep on the screen, and you will also see a text that says energy surge detected. This is what you're saving your cloak for. Do not cloak, even if he shoots his missiles at you early, because that drone swarm could potentially do a lot more damage than those 3 missiles. So save your cloak. When you see that message, be ready to cloak up. And the second you see drones start to swarm you, hit the cloak. Do not shoot. And just wait for the drones to go away and continue your attack. By the time your cloak cools down, that will almost exactly coincide with the next drone attack. So you should be able to avoid all of them as long as your cloak remains undamaged.